It's about a... No, it's a car mechanic. I thought it was like bowling or something. What the hell? Kirby? They're not very intimidating. Like, I don't really feel anything. I feel it's weird seeing their strays of hair, I guess. That's what I feel. Okay, yeah. This is pretty good, I have to say. Okay, I think now we're going to get something different thrown at us, yeah? Okay, I was... like, the little hat? Okay. I have a... I feel as if, oh, I want to save state, and I have to remind myself, no, I can't do that. Yeah, this is awesome. This is... I was about to say the N64 would never. No, I think it would, actually. I think they just could not do it. It's... Am I crazy for saying... I keep saying am I crazy. Stop it. Am I crazy? Actually, never mind. I'm going back. I'm doing it. Am I crazy for saying, like, it's not that different in design philosophy from the N64? It has to be the same guys, right? I wonder how much of this hurts. I think he's fine. I think getting run over by a car is probably... I don't know. Maybe it's acceptable if it's a Kirby car. Would you rather get run over by a car or the Kirby car? Easy. Easy answer. Are there humans in this world? Oh yeah, I guess there is. Well, are there humans in the Kirby cartoon? Oh my god, that's beautiful. What the fuck? Hold on, turn it up. You know what could never be this, though? Balan Wonderworld. They should have just ripped off this game instead. This is so weird. Man, this is beautiful, though. Yeah, I feel so many different feelings at the same time. HAL Laboratory. And no, I never questioned their logo for the longest time. And then one day I realized, wait, those are not dogs. It's a dog guarding eggs. It's dog eggs. Oh my god. Hello, Alexa Galactic Panda. Luigi jump scare. Oh my god. Do I have to leave the car now? Yeah, I guess so. Damn it. I still have my ability though, it's kind of sick. I thought maybe we could cheat and go on the side. I love Kirby, I've never played Kirby. Me too, man. Where I get... I don't know, I guess I was always a bit hesitant about it. Like, yeah, I can see myself enjoying Kirby, but I hadn't really fully played in a game, just a teeny tiny bit. Now I can say I love Kirby. I just finished the N64 game before this. I beat the final boss, I did everything. Not really everything. Now I'm coming into this and I'm like, holy shit, dude. A lot has changed since the N64. That came out, what, 2001? The N64 game? If I recall correctly. And this is like 20 years later, something like that. Wow. There's a lack of sound effects in the cutscenes. I feel like that is a bit weird. But at the same time, I do enjoy the music. And I'm kind of like, I don't necessarily mind it either, because I kind of enjoy being able to hear the music quite well. What the hell? Oh my god, it's like a whole fight zone. I can't take these villains seriously. They're just not that intimidating or scary. They're also adorable. I don't have a Switch 2, so I can't play. This is on the Switch 1. But I do understand if you want to, like, wait for the Switch 2, because this is getting, like, an upgrade for the Switch 2, right? Because I don't think this looks bad. But I can see someone wanting to, like, play the upgraded graphics and all that. They have, like, a whole... Oh my god. Classic. He knew all the new moves already, that thing we just saved. Oh my god, dialogue? What the hell? You saved me, thank you. But what about those other guys, the Waddle Dees? They were all captured and taken away. We fought those beasts as hard as we could, but they kept coming back for more. Now I'm the only one left. I have to go save them, I have to. Alright. Will you help me save everyone? That's great. So your name is Kirby? Elfillin? Nice to meet you. Cool. World map. Is Kirby also a Waddle Dee, or what is the lore here? Co-op with 2 players? Okay. Cool. Can I online co-op? Does anyone want to join in? That would be kind of fun, actually. I don't think anyone watching this right now owns the game, but it would be kind of funny to just co-op with a random viewer. I heard Kirby was an amoeba from Game Freak. What the fuck? I don't trust those guys, but I don't... Actually, you know what? I'll just reject that outright right now. He's not a fucking amoeba. That's not canon. I'm not accepting that. I could see a Waddle Dee. He's like a variant of a Waddle Dee. Sure. Wow. I don't know. Should I be impressed by this? I don't know. This is very charming, I have to say. Comparing this to the N64, my god. Bomb, it says in the corner. Do I want to drop bombs on the city? Clear a stage. This is beautiful. I was kind of thinking I might only play this on stream, but now I'm like, you know what, I'll probably be playing this off stream. I kind of want to just enjoy this game fully. I probably won't be able to hold it back from playing this. Man, that feels so good. Do I have to throw bombs to, like, engage with a flower? I do want that ability. Okay, this is so satisfying. I never know if... It's not the case that every enemy has an ability, right? Like, if I drop this and do this, then I don't get anything. Understandable. And this is beautiful. I don't feel like I've ever played a platformer like this before. I don't want to kill him without... How bad felt that, actually. I shouldn't have killed an enemy that was sleeping. That was wrong of me. I would eat everything and become everything. Man. It's weird to think that is kind of the reality of our situation, of our world. You grow. Your atoms change in your body. How? As a result of what you eat. Even now, your bones are changing atoms. Yeah, I want to eat a car. Well, don't eat a car. Don't. That will affect your bones poorly. Holy... Fridge. Return of Fridge Kirby. This is not a fridge. Acceptable. This is vending machine Kirby. Actually, you know what? Fridge Kirby is dead to me. I kind of thought this game would be like open world, but this is the only thing that's like surprising to me. Or not the only thing, I guess, but the most surprising thing. For some reason, I thought this was like an open world game. I didn't think this was like a straightforward platformer. It doesn't have to be Nintendo characters. It can be anything fictional. Non-fictional. Can it? I guess I have to do this now. I'll see if I can do it before the PlayStation thing starts. Actually, you know what? Ah, man. What if I could be an ice trainer in Pokemon? Would that be cool? Maybe that would actually suit me better than I'd ever thought about before. Could I be an ice trainer? What the fuck? Isn't he in Bonanza? He looks like a Bonanza character. Oh god, gorilla? Monkey? Hi? I thought he would be a nice guy, to be honest. Well, let me go. Alright, pretty cool boss. In terms of design and stuff. I'm kind of hoping he comes back. Ooh, hello, real time. Hello, hello. Did it. I feel sad for him now. He's dead! Man. Read 3 Waddle Dees. But at what price, man? What price? No monkey can last forever. It's so true. You're not gonna dance to this, are you? Monkey's dead because of you, man. Hello, Moo. Kirby's pink because he's rich? Is this true? Hold on. Look up Jeff Bezos right now. No, I can't find a single... Wait, hold on. Wait a second. He's looking very pink. Hold on. This is fucked up. This is stupid. This is the dumbest bit I've ever done. It's a fit? I can kind of see it. I can see the vision. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty pink, right? It's a fit. He's eating Kobe lobsters. Kobe, okay. I didn't know lobsters make you pink. Wholesome, hold on. Writer's room. New bit, wholesome Kirby comedy. Wouldn't it be funny if Kirby swallowed a Wallow D? What's her name? Wholesome Kirby comedy hour, everyone. Wouldn't it be funny if Kirby swallowed a banana and he started peeling, his skin started peeling off and you could peel off his skin? Wouldn't that be funny? That's not wholesome. Accidentally making it horny. Damn it. That would be a really good bit. Guy who hates horny comedy, but by accident he makes every comedy into a horny joke. Did I restart the same old level? This is the same... Whoops. This is a pretty good guy. Guy who hates horny comedy. Accidentally keeps making horny comedy. What if Kirby accidentally swallowed a Waddle Dee? Wall of D. Oh! Oh, right, I see. I did not think of that. Oh my god, I am the guy. I'm literally the guy. I'm the guy I made up in my head. Good pun, thank you. Thank you, question mark. Video games. I do feel like... Isn't Kirby, like, really small? Can we get a height chart real quick? How tall is Kirby? Smaller than most things. I think he would be up here. Does this count as small? Is there a canonical height for Kirby? It's on the verge of small, but I don't think that counts as small. It's like, what would you call this also? He's smaller than most things. Is it? Is he? What about an atom? Aren't most things teeny tiny? In Kirby 64, there's a human child, so you can compare from this. Wait, how... Can I just see how tall is Kirby? Oh my... Someone did a chart. What the hell? And they compared it to Mario 64, Nintendo 64. That's way bigger than my assumption was. Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean she's 5'0"? Hold on. Adelaine's cartoonish proportions are not realistic compared to ours. That should be obvious. Investigation. What the fuck? I'm more shocked at Adelaine being that big. There's no fucking way she's that big. That is insane. I don't believe... I don't buy this. I think this might not be true. How did they deduce her height? Yeah, I don't buy this. I do not believe it. Hold on. But no, someone else... How is this so talked about? Fun fact. That was retconned recently. In Forgotten Land, there's a sign in the amusement park. That's literally where I am right now. That says you have to be between 90 and 190 centimeters tall to ride the roller coaster, and Kirby seems to be around the size of the people there. For reference, this is what would look like, I assume, Kirby. This is too fun. This is insane. There's a lot of people giving this a fun. I keep finding more and more image. I think this might be the best reference so far. Wow, that's a huge image. Solid Snake. This is... I also feel like this is too big, though. Imagine hugging him if he was that big.
Wow.
Oh my god, thank you for the bits.
Chicken Cognition just cheered 50 bits. Hello.
Thank you,
Here's
thank
the
you.
rest of the bits I owe you.
You owe me nothing. Smiles. I don't believe this one either. I don't believe this. I don't believe... I guess this is technically canon in a sense, but I don't believe it either. And I don't believe this. I think Smash is the most reliable source, but this is like... This is scary. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't buy it. I keep finding more and more about how big could Kirby be. I think this one might be the most believable yet, though. I don't know where this is from, but I think this might be, like, this is where I pictured it in my head. I think this is very believable. Oh, this looks like a reference chart for the animation, doesn't it? The cartoon. Yeah, this feels right. And I think this might be official, actually. Canon, oh, it says right here, canon heights relative to a human. Yeah, this is based on the anime. These are all characters from the anime. I think this might be the most accurate one. And I'm basing that purely on feeling. There's nothing beyond that. Gut instinct. Intuition. Look at this guy. Want to hold Lolo and Lala. Man. So many things I want to hold. I'm so scared. What the fuck is this? Oh my god! The reaction to getting sucked up is insane. What the fuck? Oh, I really like those. That might be my favorite enemy in Kirby so far. I really liked how they looked. I've never been into... To be honest, this is such a specific thing. But I've never been into character designs where the character has one eye. But this I can get into. That feels right. That feels like it suits them. Get out. Okay, I really like these guys. I don't know why. There's something about their design that really hits me. I think it might be a bit like yokai inspired. I think that is it. It's like a yokai from Japanese mythology, but put into a Kirby form. I kind of dig it. I kind of like it. I think they're new. They definitely look new. Not in a bad way. I'm very weak to, like, when a thing is, like, based on Japanese mythology. Like, I really like a lot of Pokemon that are just, like, based on... What the fuck? That are based on Japanese mythology. What the fuck? This is a really good Kirby, I have to say. I like mythology in general. Me too. Big fan. Mythology's been around for a big, long time. Man, this... If this was Kirby all the time, I would kind of dig that, to be honest. If Kirby just always looked like this. Fuck. I can't... I forgot I can't jump when I'm in this form. This is so epic. This hat. It looks... This makes Kirby looks just too... I don't know. Maybe not evil. It looks slightly more evil. I can't take him seriously just by the way he looks. Oh, it's another deception. Hello, go gabba go gamelin. Still, little guys can get away with so much. I think that is the strat. Like... Ah. There's so much you can get away with by being a cool little guy. This is why you should be a gnome in, like, D&D and World of Warcraft and stuff. Except for that one time. This is a really weird, like, experience I once had in World of Warcraft. Like, I was playing retail. The current World of Warcraft. It's not new anymore. I was playing a gnome in retail. And at some point, I was just walking around, like, in the dwarf starting area. And a bunch of other players who were all humans just came up to me and started kicking me like I was a football. Like, they all just grouped up around me and started kicking me and, like, kicking me around. And I had no clue what was going on. And I don't even know how they did that. I don't know if that... what happened. And being a gnome, experiencing that, I was so confused. They were just walking around looking for, like, someone like me, and then they did that. And to this day, I have no clue how they did that. It was kind of cool, though. I still think about that, though. They never said anything to me. They just did that, and then they ran off. It's like something that sounds so made up. It sounds so fake. And it was a really interesting experience, I guess. Gnomes has it rough. Sometimes we do. Being a gnome has its upsides, downsides. You get experience. You get to experiment. Is this discrimination? Yes, but I don't think World of Warcraft has, like, invented discrimination yet, so I think it might be fine. Oh yeah, I can just shoot them dead. How about that? Kabu? Sparkling Stardust, hello. Kabu? Is that a guy? Kabu. Kabu core. Oh, right, so that is Kabu. Okay, I see. Is this the guy? I would say this is a friend of Haniwa, right? That's very Haniwa adjacent. Leave him up here. Put him on my head. Man, this is kind of epic as a hat, actually. I kind of dig it. Wow, and it's see-through. You can see my scalp. Holy shit. This is scary. I don't like this, though. It's not moving with the model. I guess that's a bit annoying. It's like I'm going up and down. I'm like inserting myself into something. I'm not wearing it. I'm like, oh, there we go. What am I doing? I don't like that. I like Kabu. He looks very simplistic. Maybe one day I'll to make out of clay. I have clay myself, and I want to make Haniwa. Can we talk about the Haniwa bit in Kirby? I guess the Kirby Haniwa has a mushroom cap, and that is the distinction, right? This is very similar to my own Haniwa. This is basically identical to my Haniwa, and I swear I had no clue that it looked so similar to the Haniwa that I drew that I made my channel mascot. Can we show my Haniwa for comparison? This is pretty much identical. I had no clue. I mean, they're all based on the same thing, right? I love the Haniwa people. And I want to make a Haniwa of clay myself. Now let's put up a real Haniwa for comparison. Now here's an interesting thing, right? Now we're talking about Haniwas. These are real Haniwa, and they have noses. But a lot of people, like, stylize them to not have noses. Originally, I was given Maya nose, or, like, I gave Maya nose. Yahoo! So that could have been a really good distinction. I think it still holds up. I think my Haniwa has it. I need water, okay. I did change my water sound. What is... Now, let's show a Moai for comparison. So I guess Kabu is a mixture of a Moai and a Haniwa, right? Very interesting stuff here. This looks weird with the nipples and all that. Interesting stuff. Can we make the Kabu happen in real life? This is art. Holy shit. Don't like this at all, actually. That is way worse. That's so much creepier. I don't like that. Now it's like weirdly real. It has like a lot of really... I don't know, I guess it's the nipples for the most part. And the proportions don't make any sense. Perhaps Kabu is their baby. I wasn't thinking of that, oh my god. Don't take his shroom away. Make him bald. No, it's okay to be bald. Kinda looks like a wrestler with a mask on like that. They could be a couple for sure. It's a whole family. Holy shit. It's beautiful. What is my bid? What am I doing right now? Oh my god, I left you out. He was standing behind everyone. I think my defense still holds up. We're both basing our mascots on the same thing, on the Haniwa. It all has the same origin. Time for a family Haniwa pick. Haniwas go to Hawaii. Haniwa vacation. This could be a bit. I have nowhere to go with this, but it could be. Holy shit, we left someone out? Oh, Vidogu? Can we talk about Vidogu real quick? Friend of Haniwa. How do you guys feel about this? Another Japanese guy. Jomon period. Is very distinct, very different. The patterns are so, like, interesting to me, even now. It's like, how do they come up with this? Is this supposed to be, like, a person? What does this depict? Oh, beloved cousin. And here's another, here's a cousin to that guy. How do we feel about this guy? Good face. I love these patterns so much, though. I guess this is an earlier type. So I'm assuming this evolved out of this, right? That would make sense. The patterns are, like, so similar. Okay, I've never seen this before. This is from 500s Japan. So the Jomon period is, like, super interesting. Because they had, like, these very interesting patterns, right? Like, if you've ever seen, like, the weird stuff in Breath of the Wild, that is inspired by the Jomon period. It all looks like this, right? Like, how... Even now, I'm so puzzled. Like, how did they come up with these, like, patterns? Where did they come from? How do you get yourself into the mindset of making this? And this is supposed to be, like, an urn. It's a clay doll from Pokemon. That is also true. It is also clay doll and ball toy. And that's why I love them as well. Big part of my team. Clay doll up there. Dogu. Man. Look at us. I think this is a completely different family at this point. But you know what? I can vibe with it. These are like friends of the family. Like when your family is friends with another family. Pretty damn cool, I gotta say. I wanted to go to like a maid cafe with my friend, Sai. But he was like, no, that would be too cringe. And I was like, but that's part of the fun is like how cringe it is. But he also was there with his girlfriend, and I think maybe she would have been upset. She was not into the whole idol thing. She was more like, are you cheating on me? Are you going to go see girls? I also wanted to go to Disneyland, but Sai was like, no, I've been to Disneyland way too many times. Alright, no Disneyland for me. I think that's whole culture is kind of eerie for most women. Yeah, I can see that. She was like, she was from Australia, so she was not really accustomed to it. I walked by one maid cafe, and I looked inside, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I probably looked like a creepy weirdo. I peeked in. It was all these girls who were dressed like, I think they had, like, American baseball attire on. It was, like, very specific like that. And I looked at that, and then one of the girls looked at me, and she smiled like the most cutest smile ever and waved at me. And it just broke something inside of me. The illusion of like, holy shit, someone is watching me. Like the cutest girl in the world just waved and smiled at me to like make me come inside. And I just panicked and I walked away quickly. That's my only maid cafe experience. A girl waved at me and I got scared and walked away. When was the last time you played with a water balloon, man? You and I, we used to play with water balloons all the time. It's been forever, it's been ages. It's a pretty good bit. New bit, streamer who really wants to be like, what's it called? Really wants to pretend he's friends with the viewer, so he keeps making up enemies with enemies. Keeps making up memories with the viewer. I had very little sleep today, okay, so that's probably why I'm misspeaking a lot. Pretty good bit. Streamer who's extremely parasocial, so he just makes up memories with the viewer. I don't know, I guess 4 years ago? Okay, that was... I guess for me it was maybe when I was 10, something like that. Used to chuck water balloons every summer, not anymore. What happened to you, man? You used to be cool. used to go out every summer and chug water balloons at each other. And then one day you ruined my Game Boy, and I was so upset. But then, despite it all, somehow we got it working again. And I showed you my Mew. Oh yeah, I guess balloons are maybe not like popular anymore because they're like very wasteful. Parasocial relationship in reverse is a great concept, kind of creepy. For a streamer to be parasocial with the audience and the audience don't want anything to do with it. It's I guess that is why it's a really good bit, because it's kind of like a psychopath kind of bit, and it's so obviously like someone being parasocial in a way that makes no sense at all. That's kind of good in that way. Then the viewer is the one that gets uncomfortable. Yeah, I guess that's it. It's not even like, oh, we're baiting people to make them obsessed with them because the viewers are like, dude, I don't know you. You're unhappy. I'm still mad about what you did back in the 10th grade. I remember. Remember that time that someone had drawn something on my desk and you were the only one at our desk with a pencil? Like, it makes no goddamn sense. Like, it obviously was you and you did not come clean about it. And I think you should have just said it was you. When you were a baby, what did you like to do? You used to be so cool, man. You used to love milk. You barely drink milk anymore, man. Man, when you were a baby, you were so cool. Now you just talk about stuff. You didn't used to do that. Like, it's the kind of game I wouldn't play normally, but if you add, like, a nice art direction to it, that would make me intrigued. I would be interested. Sorry, excuse me, oh my god. I did get Link's Awakening today. So that's kind of what I want to play next after Kirby. Half delighted, thank you for the bless. I think this is the first time I've ever sneezed on stream. This is a streamer first. Sometimes I sneeze very loudly and I can't help it. Like, I sneeze like with a high-pitched voice, and I don't know, it just feels like when I do it, it just feels like I let out an energy that's been like kept up inside of me. Matthias will be in the next VTuber Sneeze compilation. Well, I was gonna... my model just looked very happy about that. I was trying to wait for it to calm down. It was way too sensitive. No, I'm still happy about it. Oh, I think I might have rigged my model. I think I might have rigged it wrong. Did I? Yeah, I'm always happy no matter what. Okay, I did not notice that. That's why... That's why it looked a bit strange. I was not happy about being in the Sneeze compilation. I was waiting for this phase to happen. Hold on, Haniwa? Haniwa spotted? Get your hat off? Nope, never mind. Can I steal your hat? You shouldn't be embarrassed, man. You should be proud to be a Haniwa. I'm doing you a favor. Maybe he's actually upset about being bald now that I think about it. It might not be that he's a Haniwa. Okay, well, you know, deal with it. Is this Haniwa abuse? I don't know. I feel like Haniwas should be bald. Actually, it would be so cute to have like one Haniwa who has like an afro, wouldn't it? Or like a Haniwa who has like pigtails. Oh man. There's a lot of... Actually, there's a lot of cute things you could do with a Haniwa in terms of hairstyles, isn't there? Like a bob cut. I was reading like a post recently on Blue Sky, which I found very interesting. It was someone talking about the word indie and how different it is from the word that's used in Japan, which is doujin. And doujin in the West is more associated with like fan work manga. So we use it differently in the West. But in Japan, doujin is used for like mostly fan works. It's also used for it has a very specific meaning which I hadn't really considered before, which is like doujin means like-minded person. And they were talking in the thread about like how being an indie artist is very different from being like a doujin artist, as in someone being like a like-minded artist, someone looking for like-minded people. And I thought that was kind of cool as a concept. Like, don't you want to be a doujin artist in that sense, looking for like-minded people? An indie artist can almost seem like independent, like you're always on your own. I had long, so I don't know if people know this, I had long hair in my teens also. Like down to my shoulders for a very long time. But I never really cared about like, oh, this is girly, this is manly, or whatever, when I had long hair. It's just like, oh, I like having long hair. I would say now I definitely would keep it short. Like, my avatar has long hair. But I feel like that's just purely aesthetic. Like, I wouldn't want to have that in real life anymore. Too much work. His hair is different from his avatar, get him? I mean, I was a bit worried about that. When I started having this avatar, I was shaving my head, so I was completely bald. So I was bald and bearded. Now I have very short hair. And I was like, is anyone gonna call me out for being bald and bearded and having an avatar with long hair? What the fuck? How dare you? But then I could just reason it like, nah, it's a wig. Even now, I feel like canonically this hair is just a wig. Like, I feel like even now, that's a thing. You look like a Walter White. No, I look like a generic, bald, bearded white guy, I guess. Except now I'm growing it out. Like, would you be upset if your VTuber waifu had long hair, but then you find out in real life she has short hair? What the fuck? How could she? Style this hair like Mario. I mean, did I? Maybe I need to look in the mirror now to be like, no, 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 it's not true, it's not true. Do you have an avatar with a shaved? I used to have that. I had an alternate, but I didn't really like how it looked that much. There's also a short hair avatar. Yeah, originally I did have short hair. And I was kind of thinking of long hair in the beginning as well, but I was kind of like, I don't know, wanted to experiment as a whole. Will there be a pigtails avatar too? No, I don't think so. I think that's me, man. I actually, one of them, I went through a lot of different iterations, I guess, for hairstyles, and one of them was a samurai knot avatar. And I was kind of thinking, like, what if I am, like, the Chonmage guy, the guy with a samurai knot, with a bald head, and that knot in the back. But I feel like part of why I didn't pick that was, like, I kind of like having, like, the availability to pick, like, a character who looks like your guy in video games. It's very rare that you get, like, a guy, or, like, the samurai hair knot in a game. You're not gonna have that in Pokemon. Also, here's another problem with why I kind of stopped having bald. Like, I was really considering that for a while. Like, should I be a bald VTuber? But that was part of it. Like, you can't even be a bald guy in some video games. You're not even allowed. They hate bald people. And I feel like a part of that is just, like, a lot of 3D modelers don't really design with in mind that anyone will play as a bald person. So even when they add it, you are a bald VTuber technically. That is true. A lot of 3D models don't think that people will play as a bald person, so they just don't make it look good. So over time, actually, like, I ended up playing, like, a lot of bald characters in video games. Ray, can you tell me what to do in this part of a game? I'm dying. Like, in a lot of video games, when you play as a bald guy, it just looks ugly, because they don't design with that in mind, of, like, how to look good bald. And I got so tired of it that I just started having hair. I stopped being bald in video games. Hair supremacy? I don't think we can say that, can we? No, no, no. Bald people. We love bald people here. Gamers love bald protagonists, man. We had like 20 years of that. This is part of like why I... Ah, damn it. I finally did it, holy shit. And I did not cheat. I can say that. Proper bald has alopecia. Okay, I was thinking Northern Lion immediately when someone said bald streamer. I was like, Northern Lion, I know. But part of why I started shaving my head was like receding hairline, right? Going bald, aging. But then over time, I started looking at one subreddit, bald, and I was kind of like, you know what? Like, I think a lot of these balding guys would actually look completely fine balding if they just took care of their hair. Like, the difference that I looked at was like, it's some guys just don't take care of their hair, so being bald is an improvement because that's a form of like taking care of your hair compared to like not taking care of it and being balding. So that made me curious, like, okay, what if I started growing out my hair again, but I took care of it, and I started like trimming and like, I don't know, what's the term? I guess trimming. It's just trimming. What if I started trimming and taking care of it? So I've been growing it out, and I'm kind of digging it, and I'm kind of like, oh, okay, maybe this could suit me, actually. But I am doing this with that in mind of, like, you know what, eventually I probably will go back to being bald. And I do sometimes miss it. Sometimes I'm like, ah, should I just shave it all off again? It was very nice to be bald sometimes, but during winter, I can wait for winter. Maybe when it gets hotter again. Chroma Cola light cans. Hold on. Maybe I need to look this up. It sounds interesting. Maybe this will be extremely boring and useless to look at on stream. But I'm intrigued enough by cola. What do you mean Chroma Cola light cans? Is it just these, the long ones? That's the Chroma? You know what? I kind of like that design though. The long ones. I don't mind it. It will be. Wait, I wasted your time. Just Chrome. It's like cola, zero, cola, light, cola, no caffeine, and then versus a multiple. What makes it light? Just the fact that it's like low in sugar, right? This is what I mean by what. But it's light because it's light in sugar and there's no sugar, right? That makes sense. Now I've stopped stream for this. Is there literally anything else I can look up to not waste my time? Mario Cola? That's a musical artist's name? Mario Cola? How is there a guy named Mario Cola? I can't look at the Instagram. Mario Cola? That's not a real person. Super Mario Cola? Mario flavored cola gummy? Browse? Orangengeschmack? Orangengeschmack? Can I look at this? That's Haniwa. Hello. I didn't mean to have you here, but now you're here. Dancing Haniwa just popped up for no reason. In between, I guess I think light is just zero or sugar-free, but with a different kind of artificial sweetener, right? That's it. Orangengeschmack. Orange flavor? Is that what it means? Is this real? What is Browser? I kind of dig... Hold on. Can we look a bit closer at this mushroom bow? There's something about this face that I really resonate with. He's kind of like in pain, but I think he might be like enjoying it. I know, maybe he's like confused about what's happening, but he's just like going with the flow. Not sponsored. Not yet. Not yet. I would sell out so easily. I've talked about this before, but if Sony ever came to me and were like, hey, Matthias, heard you're a Nintendo guy. What would it take for you to become a Sony PlayStation guy? It would be so damn easy. It would be so easy for me to shill. Hello, P. Mario. Welcome. Everyone say hello to P. Mario. I want everyone to do that. P. Mario is a consistent Kirby observer. Hi, P. Mario. Good to see it. What was I talking about? I completely forgot about what I was talking about because P. Mario showed up. It would be so easy for me to sell out. I just want to make that as clear as possible. I will sell out. I don't know, this is me being very specific about things. I want to get that guy, but I can't get him. I think I probably messed something up. I probably should have been here before all that happened. Sell out my main channel? Nah, I'm good. Ads? No thanks. Sell out for the sake of video games. I'm so ready. And Sony could be like, Matthias, here's the bare minimum. And I would be like, guys, I love PlayStation, and we all love PlayStation. Crash Bandicoot? What is the PlayStation mascot right now? Do they even have one? They don't really have like a consistent one, do they? But Astrobot, I guess Astrobot is the current one. Also, I did talk about this on stream. But my favorite sushi place became really weird, where like you order from the table from like an app, and I was fine with that. And I talked about this, like, when I went there to order from the app, I picked, like, I want 6 pieces, but I could not decide on 3 pieces. I was only allowed to, like, decide on half the sushi. And I was like, no, that can't be right. So I ended up going back there, not too long ago. Was it? This was yesterday. It was yesterday that I did this. I just remembered. And I finally asked the guy, like, hey, is this right? I can't order like half the pieces. And he was just like, yeah, no, that's right, we decide for you. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I was not wrong. My assumption as I was talking about it on stream was like, I must have misunderstood the place, like, but no, he was just like, no, we decide for you, like, what the 3 of the pieces are gonna be. Alright, that's so strange. It is strange, but I don't know, do I respect it? Kinda. I can kind of vibe with a chef having very specific, I don't know, inquiries to how their customers should be, like, eating. And I was not wrong in the end, after all. Definitely just a way of stopping sushi from sitting out. Maybe, maybe. But you know what? It wasn't bad sushi, after all. So I was like, okay, maybe it's fine. We need a Mold Mario in chat? We do, maybe. I think that might be the first time anyone's used a Mold Mario emote. Congratulations. First ever Mold Mario. It didn't really take me long to set up, but it did, for some reason, Mold Mario the emotes took like weeks to get approved by CTV. They were like very, I don't know, were they like worried about Mold Mario? Every other emote, it's like, oh yeah, approved after like an hour. Mold Mario, 2 weeks. Will you encourage your children to be Twitch streamer, TikTok stars? Probably not. I will just encourage them to be gamers. I want my kids to be like Mario pilled and Nintendo pilled. And I know that comes with them eventually growing out of it and being like, I'm too mature for Nintendo. Yeah, I know, kid. I know. It happened to me too. Fuck. But then they'll come back. And I'll be ready for them then as well. You know what? I kept it all. I told you I threw away all of your toys and games, but here they are. Here you go, you're 33 years old. Ah, damn it. I have to sneeze. No, I have to sneeze. That one was even cuter. That one will make it to a compilation. I mean, that is how I normally sneeze. That's my high-pitched sneeze. I can't stop it. When it's about to happen, I can't stop that one. I kind of want to go to a furry convention. You're allowed to go to one without being dressed up, right? I'm just curious what it would be like. I know there is one in Sweden, in like the southern part. The very big one. Like people come from all over Europe. Nobody will pounce on you and eat you. I can't say that would be understandable. I don't think that would be understandable. I think that would be going too far. Oh my... Wait, he's back? Holy shit. I thought you were dead. You died. I watched him die. How is he back from the dead? He looks really upset. Maybe if I don't look at him... I know, no, he noticed me. Wait, is this the same guy? Is it not? Gorimondo? No, that's his name. He got better? Okay, he got better. So be it. Oh, it's very effective to shoot a monkey, it turns out. Yeah. Monkey bye-bye. I really feel bad for that one guy who made a compilation of all the times I've said monkey. I really hope he's still not working on that since I started streaming. What do you look for in video games? Was this brought on by something I said? Or is this just a random thing? What do I look for in video games is a good question. Because it would be very easy to say, like, fun, of course, obviously. But is that all that I look for? I mean, I guess. But it's also too simple of an answer, right? Ask because you only ever play Nintendo games. I mean, too bad, I would say fun. No, I don't want to do this guy again. This guy's not fun. I think there is a particular draw for me with Nintendo games. Which is, like, part of it is, of course, fun. I think Nintendo have really polished the aspects of what makes video games fun. So that is a big draw for me. But there also is, like, an artistic, like, thing to Nintendo games that I will say, like, very often I look for something, like, stylish in video games and artistic, and I do look for nice art. Because I feel like that is important to me in a way. I feel like maybe a lot of people would see that as like a bad thing, because it's like you should care about the gameplay. But I do want to look at something that I find appealing to look at. And quite often there's like a polish. I guess I would say polish is like a, I don't know, very weird thing to talk about. But there's a kind of polish that I look for in video games that I just don't find sometimes. For me, novelty is very important. Yeah, I think novelty is something that I look for, but maybe it's not something that I consistently look for, right? Like, sometimes I do fine without novelty. It's just like, I want thing that I like, again. It is an interesting question, but I don't know if I have a good answer for it. I don't know if I've thought that out fully. Like, I feel like I don't really feel as if a lot of indie games appeal to me, which sounds awful, because I do want to, like, support indie creators and indie game devs. But I feel like a lot of indie games just lack polish. Like, one of the games I've enjoyed a lot was Valheim. And part of that was just like there was a polish to moving around, jumping around. And I feel like it's can I say this? I can tell if a game is bad or good within like playing it within the first like 2 minutes. Does this sound bad to say that? Because I think it's really important that just like moving around feels good and nice. And I can immediately tell, I feel like, if I'm going to enjoy a game and when I'm not going to. Because some people just don't care for that. But I need that kind of polish. Like, I want to move around and I want it to feel nice. And if I don't feel that, it's like, do you even care about the game that you made? I have game dev criticisms, but I feel like I'm not experienced enough to criticize game devs. And one of them is something I hear, I guess I can say this in relation to like other people I know who develop games, and just what I've heard from them. But a lot of game devs, they figure out one thing that they can do. And then they're like, cool, now I can make a game, and it's all going to be about this one thing I figured out, and that's the whole game. And then they don't move past on from that. And I feel like you can tell that a lot from a lot of, like, games, and that's what I'm looking to avoid in a weird way. Your salinity is non-artists can criticize all, you can criticize. Yeah, that's true. I do... Of course anyone can criticize it, but I also feel like I want to be careful about it in a weird way. Maybe not weird. I want to make sure that when I criticize something, I'm not just doing it willy-nilly, and I'm doing like... No, I don't like it just because I don't like it. Like, I want to feel like I have a real thought-out reason for why. That doesn't have to be the case, you don't always have to do it. It's perfectly acceptable. Damn it, I wanted that. It's perfectly acceptable to be like, I don't like it because I don't like it. But I do genuinely want to think about stuff like that because I feel like it's worth thinking about. It's kind of worth it because you learn something from it by thinking it out, I feel like. Like, of course I could go, I don't like it because I don't like it, and I like games because they're fun. But would I actually understand anything about games by drawing those conclusions and not thinking it through? I kind of agree, a lot of my favorite games are ones where it's fun to just fuck around. Mario 64 is probably the prime example of that. It's so... Yeah, it definitely is. And I feel like that's like... I keep coming back to Valheim as like a really well-developed indie game. Because you can just jump around and do stuff in Valheim, and it never feels like it's an inconvenience. Like, moving around is like such an important element, and I don't get like why people like skip out on that when developing games. Like, I feel like most gamers will drop a game within the first minute, and the thing is, like, if it doesn't feel good to play, then why would it ever improve? It's super important. Here, I was thinking about this the other day. Do you think there's ever a chance of, like, them doing a sequel to Mario 64? Or is that too much? Is that, like, a, I don't know, fan theory kind of thing? Something anyone very easily can imagine? Like, they're gonna do it. I would kind of like to see, like, a genuine, like, attempt at a sequel to Mario 64. I think it would be really interesting. I mean, I don't think that's, like, a unique point of view. But wouldn't it be fun to see, like, a sequel to Mario 64 in today's age? And using the same controls to, like, do, like, new stuff? Mario 64, but Mario as a gun? I mean, that would also work. I would be okay with that, even. They already... Wait, they already did Mario with a gun. That's Sunshine. That counts, right? I don't know if we'll see it in the era of Odyssey and open world Nintendo games, but I agree it would be great. Yeah. I would even want them to go back to like the original N64 graphics and be like, we're doing this again. Like we're doing the sequel that never happened in the style of the old game. That would be cool. I don't get why don't big companies do that? Like a lot of companies go back and do pixel games now. But you could do that now. Like you could like do polygon, low poly games right now. You could go back. Mario 64 needs a Majora's Mask. That's a really interesting way of looking at it, actually. A Majora's Mask and 64 Mario? Yeah, I would be into that. I would dig it. That's a really interesting idea. Mario 64 equivalent to Majora's Mask. I would say it doesn't even have to be like dark and twisted or anything like that. But you could totally do it in the sense of like introducing a new villain. Just a completely new guy. It doesn't have to be some established character. Hell yeah, yeah. Because no one... Actually, I mean, that was something interesting about, like, Skull Kid in Majora's Mask. He was a character in Ocarina of Time already. There aren't many characters like that in Mario 64. Actually, there's King Boo. But he doesn't look interesting. He's just a big Boo in Mario 64. Oh my god, a mask? Holy shit, Majora's Mask. Oh? We forgive? Man. Kirby is too kind. Oh my god, what'll he? What'll he know? Oh, no, 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 no. Dude, hurry up, dude. Don't have a dramatic, melancholic moment right now. Oh, shit. Day. No. Man, he's a good guy. What the fuck? It's a lion? He's hot. No, he's not. Oh my god. This is kind of like Dark Souls. If it was good. No, I can't say that part. This is how every Dark Souls game looks to me, but in Mattia's vision. Everything shall be consumed. I won't do that again. Okay, cool. Oh my god, we're all here. We're teaming up? What the fuck? This is scary. This is horrifying. This is... Oh my god! Oh no! Kirby just wants to leave it behind. Not even Kirby wants to, like, have a showdown with this thing. Oh, god. What can I even do against this thing? All I can do is run. This is going... I can only imagine so many kids are going to have, like, nightmares in regards to this, right? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I think I need a gun. Kirby needs a gun. Oh no, cutscene. Oh no. I knew it. Kirby could beat Superman, it's not as hot of a take. I think maybe Kirby could beat Superman. Pretty damn cool boss mode, I gotta say. I'm getting some Balan Wonderworld vibes from this. Am I allowed to say that? No, I mean that in a compliment way. I wish all the bosses in the game looked like this, though. I would prefer a weird furry creature over just animal. You have to be animals, so the weird creature hits harder. That is true, maybe you might have a good point there. You want that Klonoa effect of what the fuck am I even looking at?
He is furry confirmed.
No. If I were a furry, I would be a weird thing like this thing, though, for sure. I want something incomprehensible. I don't just want to be dog. Not cat. Give me angel from Hev. Somehow I combined heaven and hell and turned into Hev. Angel from Hev could be a real thing, though. Isn't that a real thing? Kimono? I know too much about furries to be able to say that. Japanese furry community. Kimono. Would you be upset if a world ended, but it was kind of epic like this, though? like one final showdown, but it's kind of like this. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Like, it's basically Final Fantasy, but the world is ending. Like, okay. You know what? At the very least, it's cool. Depends on who's fighting. Man. Imagine watching, like, a final showdown between the big guy and the hero guy, and just see the hero guy lose. Imagine the memes after me. There would be no world left to meme in. Have you considered that? Would you be upset if the world was ending and it was epic, but there were furries involved? I would be a little bit upset. Like, okay, this is not a 10 out of 10 world-ending event. Yeah, this one sucks. Because it's so random chance. Oh, wait. I got it. Never mind, it's awesome. Gamblers win they win. What the fuck? Gambling is awesome? No one told me about this. Oh my god. Holy shit, it's epic. Mouthful? Huh? I mean, it's very much in Kirby nature. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Mouthful mode on its boil. Don't describe it like such incredible power. Whatever it's trying to do, it's going to be pretty bad. What is it, Kirby? Whoa, is that your home? That's Planet Popstar? What? Is he from Planet Popstar? It's pulling Popstar through a huge vortex. Uh-oh. This is how I find out Kirby is from Planet Popstar. Holy shit, there's no way. I'll do it. I'll swallow it. I'm doing it. Oh no. Okay, it's epic. Oh my, what, how, oh, whoa. Oh my, wow. Whoa. This is way too... I was not prepared for this kind of epicness. Oh my god. That was insane. Cinematic? Imagine there's another face of a boss now. It feels like something they would do as a troll. This is how I learned he's from Planet Popstar. Oh my god. Don't sacrifice yourself. Hey Kirby. Thanks for— oh no. No, don't make me sad. No. No. Don't. Okay, it's okay. Can I take that as it's okay? It's all gonna be okay. Okay, we're friends with a monkey now. That's canon. I don't want to be friends with that other guy though. They leave it inconclusive. If he died, I got tears in my eyes. Sorry, I didn't wipe my tears away. I don't remember this part of the game. New Kirby fan here, folks. Yeah. The most hardcore newest Kirby fan. Now, that was so good. I'm gonna buy a Nintendo Switch for this now. Yeah, you should. I'm canceling my PlayStation sponsorship, everyone. Nintendo should pay me, it's true. I don't know, I think I swear too much. And I joke too much about Miyamoto. I would have to give up swearing, joking about Mario, joking about Miyamoto in order to be sponsored by Nintendo. It might not be worth it. I would have to be just playing Mario and not be able to make a single Mario joke. It would be too painful. And Nintendo has a difficult screening program. Yeah, understandably. Man, that was epic. That was really good. Man, I did not do well in many levels in this game, but I do want to go back and... I won't be doing this on stream, but I will be go back and revisiting many places in this game. Okay, I mean, this confirms Elfilin is still alive, right? We can draw that conclusion. I'm a happy ending enjoyer. Is the other interpretation is him being replaced by a clone? I don't think anyone had that interpretation until now.